Konnichiwa, minasan. Skoto desu. Today we're doing another moment of truth. I haven't been back for, oh my, I think probably 2 weeks now. I hadn't been back for a while. I did have a video I didn't release, but I will be releasing it soon. Currently, right now, this is the last week of July 2011, and I am on vacation. So, I have some free time on my hands to take care of business and take care of things that I need to do. What's been going on in my life? Well, we've got some things underway. I came up with a cool idea. Let's start off with that since I have several things to tend to. I know that people are going through tough times. The economic situation is not very good. My neighbor next door had a job, and it appears that he's been laid off. I've been seeing this with another friend of mine too. He'd been employed for the better part of a year and been laid off. I guess the company didn't have enough business to keep him employed. So, people are going through some serious stuff. I'm still looking for employment. I don't have the letter with me. Damn, I'll probably have to show it to you sometime. No, probably not. I can talk about it. I got a letter that is a final piece of litigation that gives me my freedom. There's something that I think a lot of new subscribers here probably don't know about, and I took that video off a long time ago, but there's something that I call the war, and I was going through a very difficult time last year. There were more than a few entities that were after me, and there was some very serious stuff going on where it would influence my life in a very terrible way. If my parents see this video, then they'll know, but I'm very fortunate to have come through from this, and I have my freedom again. Didn't have to leave the country, didn't have to do anything drastic, and I'm still here. So there's a final piece of litigation that I received in the mail that stated that everything is set and I'm free and clear. So that's very, very important, and I'm glad that I had the support of my parents behind me to get through this. So I'm on the mend and I'm doing much better, which is very good. People these days, we'll probably do a history blog of this, are going through tough times. The economy's not very good. Some people are out not having jobs. Some people are not making as much money because they have to settle for jobs that make less money. But I came up with an idea. I'm part of the trans community, and I can't say for sure what will happen in the future, but I thought, well, what's a little thing that I can do? I have the idea of probably putting away a little bit of money, just in case. Just in case. I mean, if you get to think of surgery or anything like that, any type of transition, you got to save money. So I thought, well, I don't really have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money to date or do much of anything. That's very much of a luxury. And I thought back to a little thing of mine, pink buddy here I call Piggy. Piggy is a bank, as you can see. And I thought, well, it would be cute. Let me start off every bit of change that I have. And there's a lot of American people that are doing this. If they have a bit of change, they put it in a bank or a jar or something like that. And that way you have something that's building. Now I have a separate account that I set up to transfer certain funds to help finance my thing with this war. Took quite a bit out of me. But I'm putting money aside in that too. So that's not necessarily, I'd say, a trans account. It's just something there. It's a special account for certain reasons that I won't get into. But I will be canceling it sometime. Maybe I'll be setting up another, who knows. Well, let me start with Piggy. Put a little bit of change away. I don't know. They have something called, what is it? I think it's called Coinstar. It's at a grocery market chain called Stop and Shop. We have them over here. I don't know if they're nationwide or if they're in other certain places. But they have a machine out there called Coinstar. And what you do is you take, something like Piggy with all your change in it, and you dump it in this machine, and it counts your change for you. So any pennies, any blah, 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 blah. It takes a while to do. It'll count it up, and you usually have a receipt that prints up. I haven't done it for a while. You bring it up to the cashier, and they give you dollar bills and whatever the thing is worth. So I think that's something that I'll start to do and keep an account of it. So this is at the end of July 2011. Maybe something will come of it, right? But it's nice to have that chunk of change, and even if I don't do anything with that, if you have an extra $30,000 or so, you could buy a nice car. Likely, in my case, it'd probably be put towards property or house. So there you go. But people have to save money. It's a huge deal, and I don't want to see American people get into trouble. I'm American. Yes, there you go. I'm not going to say I'm any part not to play in probably what's going on. But I'm very careful with money, and I've been careful with money in the past. And, people need to save money, and they need to have their things. 2 things I picked up recently are very cool. 2 weeks ago, actually, at the dollar store, they had these for $1. These are Oriental fans. They come in a nice case. They're quite beautiful. I think the blue one is quite beautiful. But I bore some people, okay. There you go. You don't see it too well on the camera. You have to be careful of how it folds together. I got so much to say, so I'm just not going to get into it. That's the blue one. This is the pink one. If you can't see, it has little gold stars on it. Oh, that's a terrible pink. It almost looks like it's white or something like that. So, picked up that. That's pretty cool. Something that I needed to do recently. Oh, let me get into this. I started something. It's a bit nostalgic. It comes from, oh God, way back in the day. I can't even remember if I was still around. I have a past life in Japan, but in the United States, smoking was fashionable. So I'm a huge fan of like some of the 50s nostalgic kind of stuff. But I've been collecting these. Now I don't smoke. These are Marlboro. It's a Marlboro cigarette box. The fashion, the style of it. I don't think they've changed much for years. This is one kind. This is another kind. This is a special blend. Let's take a guess as to what makes it so special. You can't read it. No, you can't read it. It's a special blend on the bottom. What makes that blend so special? I wonder. Oh. I don't smoke. I'm not implying it's drugs, but I'm just trying to make a joke there. Which I think they're very cool because what you can do is you can tuck them under your sleeve, right? I'll kind of show you. Let's see. How do you do it? Oh yeah. I don't usually wear my shirts this way because that's just me. But you can put them under your sleeve like that. So like, hey, I'm a tough dude and, look at me. Pick up my pack of cigarettes and get those puppies out. Light up and do the thing. But I thought if I really wanted a 50s look, I could do that with these. I might just wrap it and try to preserve it because I kind of like them. But I'll try not to get too many of them. People smoke at work. They don't need the box. I'll take it. One thing that's happened recently, it's very cool. I don't know if to do an individual blog on it, but my flat iron died last week. What was it? Thursday of last week. I plugged it in, I was using it, and it was working, it was all fired up and hot, and I put it on, and I did the thing, but I was like kind of a little ways in on the top, and I said, hey, this thing doesn't seem to be working like it should. I guess it dropped some current. There's an internal thing that died in it. So I eventually could touch, with my finger on this and say, that's still warm, but it's not hot. So it's not quite what I'm looking for. I said, fine, now I'll have to pick up a new one. So I did pick up something. It's by the same company. If you speak French, I will be saying this correctly. I know one person out there will be watching this, I'm sure. It's a brand called Gilbert de Paris. This one is Gilbert de Paris. This is, say it in English, Gilbert de Paris, okay? This is the same brand over here. I picked up this one. It's really cool. I think the technology is a little bit better. It has a digital thing, so you can turn it on. And there you go, you see a little green light there. It seems to be metering up. So you can adjust the temperature setting. Let me see if I can get it up. Get it to be more. It goes hotter, 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 and then the hottest. It's been working well. It heats up very quickly. It's this one is called, what is it? Gilbert de Paris Nano Silver. It comes in this package. It's a little more gentle on the hair. This thing is a bit pricey. It's very, very cool. I think every time you have something like this that's going to be, done, you want to get the latest technology, you want to get something that's better, probably more gentle on the hair. I think that that's a good thing, if you can do that. Oh, oh, sure.
Thanks.
So I think if, you need to have something that's more gentle on the hair, then that's a very good thing. I encourage that because you don't want to fry your hair or have anything bad going on with that. I think I've been using it, and it's been a bit hot, so I'm going to probably turn the temperature setting down. I'm going to probably have to work on getting a product that does my hair nice now. But it seems to work. I mean, we've got a temperature that's been relatively hot and humid these days, so when I get up, it's still fairly straight, which is kind of cool. I'm not used to that. But you feel the heat coming on with it. And it's not like fire hot. Like this one's fire hot. You can feel it and you can actually see some kind of whatever coming from it, like a little bit of mist or fume or whatever. This one's very gentle, and I like it. They had several kinds. The kind that's like a digital readout kind of thing like this, and they have the one with a dial. It's also white, it's thin, but let me show you the dial on this one. If you can see it, it's right on in there. I mean, and you look at it and you say, I can't read that thing. I can't read what the setting is. I just crank it up all the way, and if I want it a little bit down, a little bit further down, but I don't know how far that thing is going. So, yeah, it's really cool. Costs some money, but I think it's worthwhile. Get something that's a high quality product. You can get the $19 one, $19 hair flat iron, but it's not going to do the same thing. I was shown this by a Latin American girl who really knew her stuff, and she was right, so I'm very happy with that. Once again, if you're not happy with it, I had the receipt, so I could return it and I could get another one. So, or they would probably refund my money too. I was on the way over there and couldn't help. This is my Sally Beauty Club card. I got this at Sally Beauty Supply in Billerica, which was kind of cool. So I'm pretty happy with that. Other things I did, went to the salvage yard today, had some time, picked up a new one of these. This is a visor for a car. Mine, when it sways, like, you got it set up, let me, first it's this way. You got it set up like this, you want to put it, you want to see something, you put it to the side. Mine tends to, bothers me. Let me try to have it this perspective. If it's on the side, boom, socks you in the head. So it's not really nice. My friend has one, same car as I do, and his goes down like that. It doesn't stay up like it should. So it does a little bit of play. So I picked up two of them. Picked the one for my car, which is the driver's side, and one for his car, which is the passenger side. And I get to find in here, there was a crack in the housing. I don't know if you guys can see it. I took mine off today and I replaced it immediately. And I found a huge crack like somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. Right there. It's wicked. So that was causing it to be loose. So I said, ooh, not very good. So life is pretty good. Let's see, let me be brief about this. I'm thinking about finding a date for one of the screen parks over in October. And I think I found somebody in the community. There's somewhere under the genre, under the umbrella somewhere. It's either gay or they might be trans, but there's a nice guy. And I know I want to explore this a little bit. But I don't know, I'm kind of thinking like talking to him a little bit. Maybe get his name, maybe get some information. So, just in case. But I thought that would be cool, just explore that. If I get into something like this, okay, I might talk a little bit on Pillow Talk. He happens to work at the same grocery store as the Chinese girl that I may have mentioned that I liked. I asked her out. She says, it was for July the 4th. And she says, I don't like fireworks and big crowds. I'm like, okay. It's a load of bull. But anyway, so that's the thing that's going on in my life. And the gist for now. I'll be back with another segment, but it's important to have the moment of truth, and that's pretty much my shtick.